Best not miss. Shout out to all of my day ones and my stay ones. Even though we late up in this situation. Listen, so I told you guys that we had some really cool things going on. I'm getting caught up in the transition of it. Like, you guys don't see it. We're doing the numbers. Our numbers are flipping. You're probably not even noticing new people down there in the chats. And that's where a lot of this. It's time for the show. That's where a lot of that is coming from. I stayed up for 24 hours yesterday, right? I want you guys to bear with me. We're trying to make this transition. I told you guys we brought somebody else on to the team, and it's going to expedite things. We're taking this channel to where we know it's always supposed to have been. All of the best shows that you guys have done, we're doing the clips of them and everything. We're going to go ahead and flood the entire internet with all of this content, right? Shout out to my girl Ruth up here. Can barely hold her eyes open, but wanted to rock out with us. Give me a second. Let's do this then for Ruth. Let's get this on out the way. Oh, what is this? But you don't know the story. Okay. Then we do it like this. Then we do it like that. Then we do it like this. And put that there. All right. Let's go. We're going to get the nut jobs in here with us. We'll get the nut jobs in here with us. But I hope everybody had a really cool first day back at work. I'm hoping that this is the first day. I'm gone. Like, seriously, I'm gone. Justin over here rocking out with us, setting it off. First show supporter. My brother said, and now it's time to discuss why community bops, even if wealthy, will never be taken serious by high value men. Remember, Meagan, there's some 304s in this house. 304s in this house. Right? Listen, we're going to dive right on into it. Matter of fact, let's get TikTok over here with us. They like to start trouble. Instagram. They like to. I've come to be very fond. You guys familiar with the girl? Listen, check this out. Check this out. We did a clip the other day of a girl. I said, in light of us having a new transition and having some new success, I'm going to start posting some of the things I do like. And there was a very beautiful, she looked like she could have been Korean or something like that. We put her up. Then Chris Brown commented on her thing. I don't want to say she's blown up, but I just saw her as soon as I went on here. So, yeah, salute to her. Salute to her. Let's go. It's time to go. We might as well jump on into this thing. Oh, look, now my brother got that song stuck in my head. There's some hoes in this house. Y'all terrible. Listen, a lot of the bull crap that you see me do, you guys are responsible for it, and I'm just being real. A lot of the times you guys are responsible for it. You're a bad influence on me if we're going to be technical about it. You incite a lot of my bull crap, right? A lot of the things that people pin on me, you guys are incited. You're instigators, and we love it. We love it. Listen, check it out. We're going to dive right into this thing. Why is it such a big deal that Klay Thompson and Meg Thee Stallion broke up? Let's do it like this. Let's get this thing on out there. Turbulence, people. For those of you not familiar with the show, when you hear that, I'm probably about to say something that's going to rock the boat a little bit. You guys use men anyway. So let's stop the shenanigans. An average guy couldn't have got anywhere near Meg Thee Stallion. You guys are using men in the first place. So when you get the elite men, expect the treatment that elite men can afford to give you. Right? And here's the crazy part. Klay Thompson told her that he wasn't sure that he could be monogamous. That's all that you could ask out of a man. Now you have people in Dallas, Texas. Shout out to my girl Kathy over here rocking out with us. My girl, day one for real. Listen, now you have people, I've been doing some reading. You guys are so childish. Some of you right now are blowing the person, your work husband's cock and gurgling his balls at work in the utility closet, going back home to your man like nothing has happened, and you're one of the women who are online right now trying to cancel Klay Thompson. You people are it's sick. It's sick. Listen, she was a bop. What type of treatment? And I have no disdain for her, but what I'm telling you is, what has Meg Thee Stallion done to justify elite treatment? She has a song, Wet ASSPUS. You guys get upset when we treat you according to how we see you in the world. Are you nuts? Does the image of Meg Thee Stallion and her legacy say, wife? Or does it say smash? Society is losing its mind. You guys thought Nia Long was too dope to get cheated on. Fools, she's too dope to you. But to the nigga who cheated, he's elite in the eyes of other women. There's women who are 20 years younger than Nia Long, who wish to God that man would have left Nia a long time ago. See, once we do role reversal and you find out your place versus other elite people's place, you find out that you really didn't know what you were talking about. Do you know who Klay Thompson? You guys got to start thinking and stop thinking from a poverty level. You guys think it's really a loss to Klay Thompson to lose Meg Thee Stallion, community puss? See, you're not looking at it right. I want to ask people down in the comments, and I want to see how many people are going to be honest. I know this isn't going to let 11. I'm trying to accept this. It does this. This thing never lets me accept people trying to come up. Oh, I guess it did. 11. Can you hear me? What's going on, man? What's your thoughts? You familiar with Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thomas breaking up?
I've heard about it just recently.
Listen, so
I don't understand why people feel they almost in the same word.
right,
Money doesn't mean anything to any one of them.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So she's just like another girl there, man. If she's not putting out the
Talk that talk. That's just another girl.
I'm from the Bahamas and I know how it is. We got that kind of money here, but if you sit around and you do dumb food, you know what's going to happen.
100%. And that's the thing. When you have situations where a whole lot of people in poverty are commenting on something that's completely out of their element, the conversation will seem like they are not of understanding, because they don't understand. They don't understand Klay Thompson is the prize. He's the prize. Who do you guys think it will be harder for to get married in a real relationship, him or her? The next 10 guys she dates is going to be somebody who just wanted to smash her. Klay Thompson can get married in true love, sign a prenup, and be married for some years. Klay Thompson can marry a regular girl from the country, just a regular girl, and find true love. Do you know how difficult it will be for Meg Thee Stallion to ever be taken serious, and you got a song called Wet Ass Pussy? All we know her for is bop material. That's all we know Meg Thee Stallion for. And see, I want to say this to all of the ladies. You guys move like a horde, a coalition, right? A gang but you also think as a horde, a coalition of a gang. You think in unison. You're not stepping outside of the box and asking yourself the right questions from a realistic perspective. Klay Thompson will always be able to do better than Meg the Stallion. It's because of who he is. It's because he's a man. It's because he's not going to start aging like she's going to start aging. It's because when he turns 50, he'll still be able to date a 25 or 30-year-old. Meg the Stallion won't be able to do that. So her breaking up with him is the loss, to be honest. And let's talk about this. It is reported that he initially told her, I don't know if I can be faithful. Now, that's all over the blogs. If that is true, then him not being able to be faithful is not a big deal. It's not a big deal. What we need to start understanding is that man did his duty by being truthful to her and saying, I don't know if I can be faithful. What's your thoughts on that, brother? Can you hear me? What the hell is this thing? This thing is stuck. Bro been stuck up here and he's not even up here. My bro's picture just stuck on froze up here. But listen, this is what I'm telling you guys. You guys got to grow up and stop being so childish. You got to grow up and stop being so childish. You guys keep on leaving these men that you can't even replace. What's Klay Thompson's net worth? What is his net worth? I can't pull it up here. But I know NBA money is different than rap money. I do know that much. NBA money is significantly different than rap money. Do you know how long it takes a rapper to accrue the money of a starting NBA player? I'm going to pull it up. Why? Because I can. You guys are trying to make it seem like Klay Thompson is some type of villain when he wasn't winning some type of prize anyway. You think that the people of the world was going to say, he did so well. Oh, Meg the Stallion, he really won. He really came up with this one. No, she's community box. Now, I'm going to be careful, Karen, calling her community box. I'm going to be careful with that because community box, to me, I shouldn't be able to name 15 people she's been with. We know she probably has, but I'm going to be honest and say I can't. But her name is out there as, you know, she's not a Virgin Mary. And these aren't always accurate either, just so you guys know. I don't even put much stock in it. Okay, it says he's worth about $140 million. Let's cut that in half, and let's just say he's only worth $70 million. Do you know how long it takes a rapper to accrue $70 million? You listen, you guys are gold. Most of you are in relationships for what you can get out of man. Most of you aren't looking for love. Most of you, that's why some of you, majority of you, won't date a man who's only a certain height. Majority of you won't date a man who doesn't have a certain net worth and things like that, because that is you letting us know the people. I'm gonna have to. I don't know how to get him off of here. Jeez. Listen, you TikTok, Instagram, I'm gonna have to start this over. I can't get him off of here. That's the first time that's ever happened. My man's face was just stuck up here. But listen, I want you guys to think about this from the right perspective. Who comes out better, Klay Thompson or Meg Thee Stallion? I want you ladies to know you can't afford to keep leaving these relationships. You people are crazy. It doesn't get better for you when you leave these relationships. I want everybody. I want to show you guys that maybe okay. Shout out to Larry Love in this situation. He said, "Klay, right now, check this out. I want everybody to know that I don't just get up here and run my mouth. I want you guys to know that there's validity to the things that I say. Now, I want everybody to participate in this like it's magic, Those of you who know somebody who broke up with a man in a serious relationship, didn't it get a lot more difficult for her to replace him if she was ever able to replace him? After she broke up with him, did things get better for her? It's difficult for you guys to do better. In a world where there's 3 million more women than there are men, you can't break up with a man and go to the Amazon Amazing Man store and cop you another top shelf man. That's not how this thing is working. Meagan Thee Stallion just took an L. She is really supposed to shut her damn mouth and see if she could go along with, his lifestyle. Maybe she could, maybe she couldn't. But I want to make a prediction. I guarantee you the next person that we hear Meg Thee Stallion in a relationship is not going to be a man of Klay Thompson's level. Right? It's apparent that he had the ability to make her happy, minus the cheating. But what do you think she's going to get from the next man? See, and my girl Ruth, exactly. Fresh Oil said downgrade. This is what I'm telling you. You guys keep repeating the same patterns, and we don't know why you do it. You guys break up with somebody, and then you're single out there on those streets for about... Listen, when I say break up, I mean my definition of a relationship is your mom knows this man. Your granny's crazy about him. Your cousins call him, what's up, cuz? Right? He's probably got a key to your house. You have a key to his. Or you guys spend a night at each other's house on a regular. You guys are seen in public regularly. That is my definition of a relationship. Typically, when you guys end a relationship, you don't have another relationship for some years. You're having community sex. I would really like for a woman to come up here. I want a woman to come up here. We got 4 panels fired up right now. Listen, YouTube, we got double the amount of people in here that we do likes. I really would appreciate it if you guys would hit that thumbs up button. Support your brother. If you guys aren't hitting the show on the Cash App, support the show on the likes. Let's go, people. Those of you who rock with the show, you can support us on Cash App at The Real Stacey Prince or the Super Chats down on the YouTube, Facebook. You know what to do. Shout out to all of my people. But listen, ladies, I want you to know you don't have the leverage. You got to stop trying to compete with us. This isn't men get to do this and women are limited at this level. Or, men get to fall off bikes and it don't hurt them as bad as it hurts women. Or men get into fights and stop competing with us, okay? Because there's things that you guys have. There's kind of, if we'll call them perks, there's perks that you guys have that we wish we had. You guys can have sex at an alarming rate faster than we can. I can go, if I don't get to use my phone, I can go outside right now and try to have sex, and it's going to be relatively difficult. And I'm 6'3.5", right? I have my things together. I'm going to have to put in some effort to get someone to come back to the studio tonight, right? You guys can walk out the door, and the first 3 men that pass you, you can say, I'm just looking for a one. You can be overweight. You can be 250 pounds, and you can tell some, I'm just looking to give somebody some top. I'll swallow 2. Out of the 3 of those men, I'll say 3, but 2 of them are going to bite that hook. So we're jealous of that, people, okay? Okay, on the flip side, we don't age like you do. We don't age like you do. Men don't enter their prime until 40 years old. We can still have babies at 70, right? When we're 60, we can effortlessly date. If a man is taking care of his body and he's okay financially, not even rich, but just okay, when we're 60 years old, we could date a 40-year-old effortlessly. And if you're African American, you can date across the entire color spectrum. See, listen, here's what I'm saying to you ladies. Know us. Know us. Once you get to know the difference between men and women, you know what cards to play. Listen, if Meg the Stallion knew that Klay is going to be all right regardless, he's going to be all right. When he's 50 and 60, he's going to be all right. She would say, well, and I want you guys to listen to me because this is like playing poker. I want you guys to listen. Know your hand. Know whether or not you have leverage. If you can break up with a man and that man can rebound with a good woman effortlessly, but you break up with that man and it be difficult for you to rebound, this is the hottest damn show online. Sometimes I listen to this show and I say, I'm applying that to my life. That was dope as hell. That was one of those moments, people. Know your current predicament. If Megan the Stallion knew that even at 50 and 60, Klay Thompson will be okay as far as dating and actually be able to find true love versus her leaving him, and statistics showing it's going to be relatively more difficult, probably 3 times more difficult for her to find true love, then she would stick it out with the multimillionaire. Because you're going to get cheated on by the guy who works at Oshby Gosh. Men occasionally cheat. Hopefully we only get it, we do it most of the men who we categorize as cheat, it's not a cheater. It's somebody who slipped up a couple of times in the last 15 years and he hasn't done it since. That's acceptable. If my daughter only gets cheated on by her husband 3 times in 15 years, Dad did his damn thing. My daughter has already... I can't call her. My daughter has already been instructed. If you have even one kid by a man and you guys have been together for 5 plus more years and you find out that man has cheated twice, if you leave him and you try to come home to me, you coming home to... What the hell did I tell you? Life is a series of moves, people. It's oftentimes not the thing that was done, but the way we respond to the thing that was done that is the more important thing. Meg the Stallion is back out there on those streets waiting for somebody like the real Stacey Prince to come through and yes. Bang, 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 daddy, bang, 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 daddy, bang. And then hit her with the infamous belt buckle jingle. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. And I'm loving you back, baby. Shout out to my girl, Kathy. Listen, let's be honest. How many of us really think that Meg the Stallion is a prize? Let's be real about this. Do you think Meg the Stallion is the type that you could take to your granny who you love with your whole heart? Listen, and let her know everything about you. Do you think that Meg the Stallion is that type right there that we could really be proud of? Do you really think that? So who's losing? Who has the higher dating value? Klay Thompson is known and respected. This man is amongst living legends, greats, right? He's known to be a good guy. He's not flamboyant out there. He's not rude. He's not mean. People aren't saying bad things about him out there. Now, Meg the Stallion, on the other hand, her reputation is tainted with controversy. We don't know if she sent the innocent man to prison. She got caught lying about having sex. Like, you see what I'm saying? Her whole resume is enveloped in controversy and scandal. Ladies, I want you guys to know You need to know when you have the leverage. Play your hand according to what you have. Ladies, I got to get you guys to stop leaving men for cheating. Once you leave, you're unprotected. Now, I'm not talking about what's her name, because she probably has security. You know what? I want to see. Meg Thee Stallion's not going to have a crazy net worth. Watch. Let's do it like this. Hers is okay. Meg Thee Stallion has a net worth of around $40 million, which is not shabby at all. I'll put her at around 20 million. I'll put her at around 20 million. These sites are never really accurate to her. Okay, listen, that's crazy right there. Somebody just came down here. There's a thing that just came down here and said 30 million. Listen, you show your body for a living. You're promiscuous for a living. You can't afford to leave Klay Thompson. You can't afford to leave him. Are you crazy? Are you out of this stratosphere? You guys can't do what we can do. Meg Thee Stallion is on her way out the door already anyway. She's already on her way out the door. You guys can't leave us at the capacity that we cannot be in relationships with you and things be better for you. Things can be better for us. We can travel internationally and really get married and find true love. You guys, the truth of the matter is, you don't want men outside of African-American men. I didn't say African-American. I didn't say African men. I didn't say Zimbabwe men. I didn't say black men. You guys don't want men outside of African-American men because we are the shit. We are different. We are different than all of the other men, black men in the world. We are different. We are sophisticated, yet rugged. We are confident, yet loving. We know how to mix these things up. We are putting a lot of the dopest elements inside of a bag and shaking that joint up, right? Shout out to Preem over here with the $10 Cash App, supporting the show. I appreciate the love. Ladies, I want to say this to you. You want to know how to be a good investor? Do you guys want to know how to be a good investor? Listen to me. Weigh your options and view your leverage. Okay? Weigh your options and view your leverage. Do this. See, you guys move out of emotion and you sabotage yourselves. That's why you can already have 2 children and know how complicated those 2 children made your life when they were born, and somebody get on top of you and be giving you that long D. And I'm talking about where the mushroom tip is fat, right? And I'm talking about it's just spreading that thing open. Right? I'm talking about giving you that good, right? Giving you that good. Bang, 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 right? And even though you know those last 2 kids made your life complicated, if that man is stroking you right, a loser can persuade you. Just let me let it go in you, baby. Yes, daddy. That's how emotionally handicapped you are. You're emotionally handicapped, which is why you respond to things in a way that usually causes you to be on the receiving end of the damage. You think it was smart for Meg Thee Stallion to get rid of Klay Thompson? You think that was smart? What? How did I get my visibility restricted? Who cares? TikTok, I don't care anyway. You think that was smart? Who do you think comes out on top? Who do you think comes out of this on top? It's not Meg Thee Stallion. She's back out there on the chopping block. Look at Tia Mowry. She's out here struggling. Even the guy she just found is a regular school teacher, right? Now, she's going to have to forever wonder, is he with her for her money or whatever? We know that that's not going to last a year. We know that. Because once the initial punch of being in a relationship with a celebrity wears off, he's going to start viewing her as a regular woman. And once he starts viewing her as a regular woman, he will start to see all of her flaws outside of his eyes being starstruck. He's going to see how bad her farts stink. right? He's going to look at her toes and be like, no, that one right there is busting to the left too much. I don't like this shit. And then back to the streets with her. You guys don't see this cycle that we see taking place. We see this cycle like it's nothing. We see how your guys' lives are turning out. You guys are leaving. Listen, this show is 4 years old. That's one of those ones that'll make your abs flex. My girl said Meg the Stallion been passed around like a cold. Ah, listen, I'm going to tell you the things that are usually the funniest are the jokes that are true. You don't have the leverage to leave a man of this caliber. There's a scripture in the Bible, I forget what disciple it was, but when people started abandoning Jesus, when things got rough, he looked at this disciple and he said, will you go too? And the disciple said, where will I go? It is you who have the keys to life. Like, how dare you disrespect me? I'm not big enough fool to leave you. I leave you. Out of all of my journey on this planet, I've never experienced anybody on your level. So I leave you and go where? See, that's good thinking. That's good thinking, right? Where's Meg the Stallion going? Who was that baby face said? Where will I go? And who's gonna love me like you do? Right? Who are you going to get like Klay Thompson? And listen, I want to say this. Let me get over here to my super chats. I want to say this to you guys. A man can be a cheater and still be a legendary man, a great man. See, the crazy part is a lot of you don't want anybody talking. You don't want anybody saying a word about your grandfather. They bet not say a word. You do not play about your grandfather, and you crazy about him, even if he's passed on. But here's the crazy part. You know that your grandfather cheated a couple of times. Yet you still classify him as an amazing man. Pawpaw. My grandfather took care of generations with his blood, sweat, and tears. Nieces, nephews, daughters, grandkids, with his blood and sweat and tears. The money he accrued in the bank. And he was a chronic cheater. But guess what? When my grandmother was diagnosed with cancer, I watched that same cheating man spoon feed that woman to her last day in her house, not a nursing home. See, there was no burden passed up on me, Stacy Prince. There was no burden passed up on on my auntie. There was no burden passed up on my mom. Not saying that my grandmother would have been a burden, but my grandmother did what she was supposed to do. In the event she gets sick and somebody has to wipe her butt, she married the man whose duty that was. So he took significant hurt and trauma and burden off of us. You don't know how to do that. You think that you have an exodus of men that you can flock to anytime you get rid of another one. No, you don't. No, you don't. You guys are getting back out here on these chopping blocks and getting busted down. It was not in Meg the Stallion's best interest. Listen, check this out. Meg the Stallion and Tory Lane, whatever they were doing. What was that, 10 years ago? 6 years ago? So it took her a gap of 6 years to find somebody on a level higher than Tory Lanez. That's what I'm telling you guys you're doing. Who was Meg Thee Stallion with last? Who was she with last? Because they're not really real relationships like that. They're just smash sessions. Who was she with last? Who was Meg Thee Stallion with last? That's what I'm talking about. Salute to my people over here with the hitting that like button on YouTube. DTG said feminism effed everything up. It did. Like I think feminism was one of the greatest atrocities ever perpetrated in America. And I think we can accurately categorize it as that because it destroyed families. Anything that destroys families is an atrocity. I'm pretty sure we can all agree upon that. Anything that destroys families probably fits the category of atrocities. Shout out to my brother Justin over here supporting the show again. I appreciate the love, my brother. DTG over here with a little something else to say. I'll be about to tear my ACL running to your comment section. Listen, I'm just saying, man, you guys got to know when to fold them. That song blew up. Shout out to Justin over here supporting again. I appreciate the love. I got new show contributors today. I appreciate that. I always look forward to seeing new people support the show opposed to the same old people, right? Listen, ladies, give me a couple of ladies up here. We're going to talk about this because I'm going to get you together. I'm going to get you together today. We're going to stop ruining these relationships, ladies. We're going to stop ruining these relationships. And then you being on the back burner and things not getting better for you after you get rid of that man who cheated. It doesn't make any sense. We sit back and we watch you guys do it and it blows our minds. We're like, okay, how can it be that you label your grandfather as an amazing man? He cheated. You labeled your grandfather as an amazing man, but a man who cheats on you isn't great anymore. And listen, for those of you who, we're going to enter into a whole new conversation now. It's going to be crazy. See, women would like to suggest, well, that means we could cheat too. And there's a reason for that, because it was already in her to cheat. She even knows the name of the person that she's been fighting temptation of cheating, right? That's the only reason that women even say that, because outside of that, you wouldn't even defile yourself. You would know better than defiling yourself. It's like everybody except for women knows how special women are. You guys don't even know you're not supposed to be taking cock like that. Your value drops significantly the more cock you take. And you guys want to think, well, you didn't see that ninja I slept with last night. We can tell it's on you. We can tell a woman who has slept with more than 10 people, especially 15 people. We can tell who she is. Your mannerisms will change. The way you dress will change. Your interests will change. Your vocabulary will change. Trust me and believe me. The way you dress will change. The way you style yourself will change. We know who you guys are. Those of you who have had 15, and listen, I'm going to be honest with you. 15 partners is too much for a woman to have had. It's too much. You're not supposed to have had 15 partners. Now, some women, special women, feminine, fit women. I'm talking about women who say I instead of I, right? My instead of my. Yes instead of yeah. These are women who are already cultivated in a special type of way. They can mess around and have a whole phase and come back to the natural version of themselves and never desire to go down that road again, right? But the average woman who goes down that phase of letting lots of men touch her and things like that, having 10, 15 partners, she gets ruined. What about 3 or 4 of those men who are hung? I'm talking about I'm talking about you've had experiences where a man choked you up by your neck like this while he's in you, stroking you at the same time, and your back is up against the kitchen sink, leg is up this like here, like you've been doing gymnastics, and this man is giving you the business, giving you the business. Grabs you by the back of the neck, turns you around, bends you over, and pulls you into him with every stroke. I know I'm graphic, but rock with me. You guys can't experience experiences that exciting and forget about them. And then I get the nut in you too. And then I step back until you don't move and let you watch me drip out of you. You're not going to forget that. Crazy part. What about when you allow 4 to 5 men to do you like that? They will be experiences that you will never forget. Not only that, they will be experiences that you will desire for quite some time, even inside of this new marriage that you just got into. Even inside of this new marriage that you just got into. Listen, check this out. Check this out. You guys, listen, you guys should really support this show. There's life-changing moments on this show that if you just listen, the best meal that you have ever had, you're not likely to forget it. Even when your husband has cooked you his absolute best dish, that best meal that you had 20 years ago, right when your husband comes and sit that plate in front of you and it's looking good, subconsciously, you won't do it on purpose, but you're going to compare his meal to that amazing meal that you had 20 years ago. Yes. It's the same thing with your guys' lovers. You've let this man touch your other hole. And he's up under you, massaging the ha-ha while he's in there, biting the back of your left shoulder blade, lightly, but enough to get your attention with that sucking motion tied to it, right? The left hand, he has cuffing the groove of your rib cage. You guys can't experience heightened levels of excitement at this magnitude and things be okay with you afterwards. You can't. When you do that, it makes it more difficult for you to be able to bond when you get in relationships. And what I mean when I say bond, I tell people this. Do you know what a bond is? A lot of you have heard the word, but you don't pay enough attention to it. A bond holds you together. A bond holds things together. You know how people say, marriage is work though, child. No, it's not. It wasn't always. Because when you haven't had many sexual partners, if you've only had around 5 or 6 sexual partners, then the man you're with right now, he will do for you because you haven't explored or you haven't experienced all of the amazing other flavors of ice cream to compare him to. He's enough for you. But when you venture out there and you explore all of these other amazing flavors, trust me, you're going to experience some flavors that are better than the flavor you have at home. And periodically, you're going to think about some of those, even when you're at home with the flavor that you have. You're going to catch yourself thinking about some of the other flavors that you've experienced out there in the world, some of them that were absolutely amazing. And it makes it hard for you to effortlessly desire your man because now you're fantasizing about another man as well. It makes it hard for when you guys get into an argument, you just look over there and say, that's mine's right there. That's what a bond does. A bond makes it to where it's not really much work for you guys to continue getting along. A bond means I care so much about you that I'm willing to take this one, even though that I was right in this argument and you were wrong. I am so adamant about staying the rest of my life with you that I'm going to make you think you had the point and my point was bad. You guys don't know how to bond anymore. You've had too much sex. You've had so much sex. Megan Thee Stallion, listen, she really believes that she can replace Klay Thompson. She's had too much sex. Listen, she's taken long schlong, right? NBA players, the whole nine. She's experienced heightened levels of excitement of men taking her to fabulous places, of men draping her. Her oxytocin release is numb. You know, the excitement that you experience when you are presented with exciting things is now taking her more and more and more and more and more and more and more to get excited. So that when the next good man comes into her life, she won't really be able to get excited. She's excited out. She's excited out. Women are hyper level emotional creatures, which is why you guys are all over social media right now, calling Klay Thompson pieces of shit, things like that, threatening him, and from what I hear, suggesting he better move out of California. Out of Dallas. When you guys don't even know that what you should be doing is championing her and letting her know how foolish she is to be leaving that man. Listen, she's going to leave him and get with a guy who's less successful, who also cheats and might like to whip a little bit of ass. Might need to borrow some money. When you guys get out of relationships, you don't typically do better. You don't typically do better. What? They said you have women saying it. Okay, okay. You have women saying that Klay is out of Megan's league. Well, he is. His life is going to be okay. Megan Thee Stallion is going to start, she's already started expiring. Listen, I want you guys to know how to be able to tell when people start expiring. You see the makeup get heavier. And I'm going to tell you what's crazy. Off the topic, Megan Thee Stallion is a naturally beautiful woman. She's just a skank. Lord Jehovah, please forgive me for that. That was uncalled for. Let me say it better. Without the makeup and stuff on, this girl is so beautiful to where she almost looks innocent. But her mind is contaminated, not her face. Her beauty's not contaminated. Her mind is contaminated. Because I can't show you guys, but her mind is what's telling her to cover up her natural youthful beauty with all of the gook and gawk that makes her look like a drag queen. If Megan Thee Stallion was hanging with Christina Milian or what's her name? This is my girl right here. Who played Honey? She played Honey. She played in Fantastic Four. Well, you know, you catch my point. You catch my point. If she was hanging out with more feminine women, she would be rocking her. Jessica Alba. Shout out to Hot Chocolate. Jessica Alba. Meg Thee Stallion could probably be a 8 or a 9 if she was hanging out with Jessica Alba and picking up Jessica Alba's habits. Soft, gentle, not into everything. Right? Yep. That's what I'm talking about. Babyface said, that's the thing. These women are beautiful, but their brains are cooked. You guys have, listen, check this out. Check this out. You're cooked due to all of the consumption, the overconsumption of toxic information, but there's a group of people out there who have the information that will reel you back in, but you view them as as the enemy. They're called the men. What we say, our philosophies, our ideologies are more logical than yours. We say things like women shouldn't be having sex like that. We say things like communities are better with families. We say things like children should be raised better. These are the things we discuss. So it lets you know our logic is more trustworthy than yours. The things we're telling you guys are good things. But you hit us back with things like, how come a woman can't have as much sex as a man? Ay, ay, ay. You would really say that out loud? You would say that out loud? Well, how about because you have a vajayjay and I have a cock? Does that work? Does that work? I'm going to read these off. I want some people. We're live on 4 platforms right now. Yep, 4 platforms right now. I'm going to read the comments. I want you guys to tell me, listen to me. Listen. I want you guys to tell me what you guys think this world would be like in America if the women would listen to the men. I want you to give me some examples. I'm going to read them. Do you think it would be as messed up as it is right now? Do you think it would be worse, or do you think it would be better? Give me some examples. Tell me where you think America would be if the women would just listen to the men. I'm going to read these off too. I wanna know. Shout out to my brother Ether down there. I ain't even see the silent assassin down there. I believe it. Hey, bro, I believe it. My brother said, you know, it's alleged that Megs was munching on the Scissor Sisters with Miami Bird. There's nothing you could do to get me to believe she hasn't participated before. Look at the video, the WAP video. My people said, shout out to Klay Thompson. Let me read some of these. Hey, Roof, I saw you put an emoji up there. What did that mean? Got Roof in the booth. Yeah, that's real, Ether. Hey, Ether, you know what I was thinking about her? He said Shanice. Like Flex Alexander and Shanice. No doubt about it. My brother said the WAP is 0 for 2. You know what? I knew something was casting a bad color light on me. Give me a second, people. I knew it. I knew it. I knew something was off. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Somebody said there would be more unity between men and women if they would listen. Us men are good leaders, but they won't listen. I like the way he worded that. It's not that we're not good leaders. Even when we do bullcrap, we still have the ability to survive. Men are survivors, right? But when you guys won't listen to the men who appears to be doing better than you in the eyes of society, then you're going to do worse. We are rough, rugged, and even occasionally violent men, and yet your reputation is worse than ours. Listen, you guys know that woman has been carpet munching before. You know that. Eliza said, oh, she eat cat? Listen, shout out to my girl Ruth over here, my baby mama. Check this out. Vivica Fox is the perfect example. That woman was in her prime and thought she could do whatever she wanted to when she was dating 50 Cent. What has she had better since? That's why we say you guys got to stop this. We call them shenanigans. We are watching you guys in real time self-destruct. You can't afford to get rid of men every time you get pissed off because as women get older, their sexual market value decreases significantly. That's why you don't see any 50 and 60-year-old women with very handsome 30-year-old young men who really love them. Because a 30-year-old young man is right in the age range of when women are bad. So why would I take this 50-year-old rich woman when I could date these women I actually love being around who are my age? Their bodies haven't been stretched out as badly as a 50-year-old woman who has taken a thunderer of cock, right? You guys aren't thinking, but the men who think, you won't listen to them. You won't listen to the men who think. Give me a couple of women up here on TikTok. Give me a couple of, let's talk about this. Look, I had 1990s Vivica on my goddess wall. And look at her now. You guys can't do what men can do, and you got to stop even attempting to do it because it's leading you down a slope of reaching an age and then finding out, I don't look as good as I used to. I'm not getting the attention from men that I used to. You guys are waiting till it's too late to find that out. That's something that you don't want to find out when it's too late because it could result. People, listen to me. For those of you who don't know, if you ever wanted to know what the premise of this show is, the most important part of this show, what we desire more than anything of this show, is for two people to get together and architect the best possible outcome for two people's lives in the later years of their lives when we start to decline, right? You guys keep resetting the dating clock. You keep resetting the dating clock so you're not getting, our grandparents was making it to golden anniversaries and things like that. You guys aren't making it to marriage. Because after 2 years, after a year, the point at which people are supposed to start talking about marriage, after a year, you find out something, you get rid of that man. You're out there on the dating highway for another 2 or 3 years until you bump into a new man. Then you start something with him. And after 2 years, you find out this and that. You keep resetting your own clocks. How can you get anywhere if you keep resetting your own clocks? You will never make it to 10 o'clock if every time you pass the hour mark, you reset the clock. 10 o'clock is the marriage. 10 o'clock is the grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren. 10 o'clock is the 20-year marriage. How can you ever make it to 10 o'clock if every time you get past 1 o'clock, you reset the clock? I'm telling you, we think you guys are crazy majority of the time. It's like you don't see what we see. You keep resetting your clocks. And then as those clocks are getting reset, you're getting older and older and older and older and qualifying for less and less and less and less. You think you qualify for better the older you get? You think you start qualifying for better calibers of men the older you get as a woman? Yeah, that's not how that thing works. The older you get, the more your market value decreases. Your dating market value decreases. And see, you're trying to compare yourself to men who we operate in the exact opposite. When men get older, our value increases. We get more responsible. We get more serious about working out. We get more serious about our finances. And our body doesn't deplete as fast as yours does. So the men you guys should be dating are men. I say most of you shouldn't be dating a man if he's not 40 years old. I believe that. You shouldn't be dating if he's not 40. If you're 20 years old, you get you a 35-year-old man. If you want a real long lasting marriage, right? If that's what you want. Yeah, you're not lying, baby. See, feminism tricked them into thinking they could move as men do, and they bought the lie. Feminism, that was a bad mother effer. If somebody could replicate the marketing procedure for feminism and attach it to a product, my gosh. I'll have to retract that thought. I feel social media is going to keep a lot of people single, men and women. Yeah, but the thing is, men being single is different from women being single. You guys don't know a man on all four of these platforms. You guys don't know a man on here who is in his right faculties, who can't go get married inside of 45 days to a decent woman. Right? You guys aren't playing according to your leverage. You're not playing according to your situation. Your situation is men get better as they get older, women start their decline as they get older. Your situation is there's 3 million more women than there are men. That's the situation. Hell, let's go. Turbulence, people. No one wants to say it, so I'm going to say it. You're at the mercy of men, to be honest. Anybody who disagrees with me, come on up. In this thing called family building, in this thing called dating, you are literally at the mercy of men. Men have higher levels of leverage than you do. It's the WNBA versus the NBA. That's the leverage threshold. That's the leverage threshold. We have a lot of fail safes in place that keep things from getting as bad for us in our later years as your later years get bad for you. We will still be able to defend ourselves. We will retain our youth longer and better than you, which means we'll be able to continue dating. At a certain age, and I'm going to tell you something that women aren't picking up on. Something that you guys aren't picking up on is as you guys get older, generations pass. And as generations pass, new methodologies and ideologies start to develop in the generations. These men who are coming up aren't finding it attractive to date older women. These young boys have bad women. These girls at the age of 20 are different than the girls at my 20. These are elite level girls. These are Instagram models and things like that at 25. 18, really. So it has affected your guys' ability to get married to quality men the older you get. There's an overwhelming flood of younger women who actually will date older men. You're creating your own competition. Meg Thee Stallion is going to find out. Look at all of the celebrity women we know of who aren't married and who are having a difficult time. Nia Long being one of them. We don't understand how you guys don't get it. The same thing keeps happening to you guys over and over and over again. Listen, we don't understand how you guys keep letting people get you pregnant. We don't like it, and we will only jump off on you. So why then would you go out and get pregnant after people started calling you a baby mama from the first baby? And you go out there and you let another man nut inside of you. We watch you guys bring your dating value down live in front of our eyes. We watch it live in front of our eyes. The things that you guys do, the behaviors that women demonstrate in America, we are the men who are supposed to be your candidates. We watch you live destroy your own value. And did, period. All of that shit. You think I'm taking that to my granny? To ask my granny? I've been dating her. What you think about her? And you got fingernails this long? Oh, all of the customs you guys are latching on to are customs that almost immediately start to erode at your dating value. Megan Thee Stallion is no different. Megan Thee Stallion does not look as young as she did 5 years ago. Megan Thee Stallion is getting old. Listen, Megan Thee Stallion's vagina is not as healthy as it used to be 5 years ago. You guys get worn like a really old piece of leather punching bag. One of them leather punching bags that, right? You guys get worn in the literal sense of it. How did TikTok just cancel me off of that? What did I even say? What? What did I do? Megan Thee Stallion does not look as young as she did 5 years ago. Megan Thee Stallion is getting old. Listen, Megan Thee Stallion's vagina is not as healthy as it used to be 5 years ago. Did they kick me off of here for saying vagina? Did they really? I don't care. I don't really like TikTok anyway. That's why I don't post on it. So TikTok, eat butt. Douche booty. Vagina? That's nuts. What am I supposed to say? Twat, kitten, cat, puss, funk box. Yeah, some of you have a funk box. Some of you indeed do have a funk box. I don't care. We'll get off of TikTok anyway. We'll rock on out. Don't you want to dance? But listen, this is what we're telling you guys. You guys are obliterating yourselves in front of the world, and you won't be able. You guys are obliterating yourselves in front of the world to the extent to where you won't be able to rebound. Listen, when you guys hit the age of 40 and 45, it's over. It's over. Just let go and let it happen. Right? But you won't listen to us when we try to use preemptive strikes with you. When we try to give you information before you hit that mark. You think you're just hot shit. Ain't no nigga gonna tell me shit and da da da. Okay. The late great Kevin Samuels used to say it. Buy a dog, die alone. And you guys thought it was a joke when you heard him saying that. But it's not a joke. It's not a joke. The premise of life is getting together with somebody to make life easier on the both of you and worshiping the Lord our God Jehovah, right? You guys are going out of this thing solo. You're going out solo. And they keep throwing this stat around that there are more women that are single women or buying homes and this and this and that. There are more women than there are men by 3 million, right? And not only that, there are more single women than there are men, right? So you almost have to. Doesn't mean you're smart. Actually means you're relatively slow. If you desire to go through this journey called life without the presence of a masculine dominant man, right? Or a man, period. you're setting yourself up for failure in the later years of your life. That's the boogeyman that you guys really should be afraid of. The algorithm has. Look, my brother Terrence said men will always have the advantage in relationships because women were created to be a helpmate to men. They refuse that role and pay the price. That was perfectly worded. That was perfectly worded. A lot of the problems that you guys are experiencing in life is because you have ejected yourselves and rejected your role. That's like a welder. So I ain't doing this shit no more. I want to be a lifeguard. Okay. And I'm talking about a welder. That's his specialty. That's what he knows how to do. I ain't doing this shit no more. I want to go to the NBA. Okay. It's going to look like that. It's going to look like you're out of your element. And that's what you ladies look like today. You look like you're out of your element. From my gosh, you're trying to be men. Calling men bro. I think that's one of the most disgusting trends to happen in America. Women are calling men bro. Yeah, you're the kind you don't take home to mother. You already know. She said, but I don't believe that they care anymore. I don't see them changing their Adrian Knight. I don't know if that's a brother or sister. I don't see them changing their mentalities and mindsets. Right. Well, because they're consuming and absorbing fun at the highest levels, but they don't know that that fun comes at a significant price. Comes at a crazy price. Give me a couple of ladies up here. We don't have our TikTok anymore. Give me a couple of ladies up here. Let's talk about this thing. I agree. Adrian said social media and the internet F the game up. Cell phones, etc. It's all benefits women. I'm not even going to go so far as the benefits. I know it contaminated them and it put a lot of cheese on the rat traps for them. Like they're in a lot of trouble. Women are in a lot of trouble. Women are going to continue to suffer until they come home to the information of men. Men have the information. Why do you think men's reputation isn't as torn up as women's are in society today? Because we're not doing a lot of the things that you're doing. And we're definitely not crazy enough to do it in public like you guys do it in public. You guys are openly participating in prostitution. Openly. Yeah, Eve, listen, have you guys, I want you guys to know the flaw in your ideology. I want you to understand the flaw in it. The flaw in it is this. Have you guys ever noticed that women far more powerful than you, richer than you, are having the same struggle dating that you are? So, what does that say about you? Who the hell do you think you are? Women who are multimillionaires are having trouble finding someone to love them. Now, they have stacked odds against them significantly. Even being a rich alone is an issue as it pertains to dating. It creates a chasm that makes it difficult. It sets several layers of barbed wire in front of a person. obstacles and things you have to be concerned about. But even as it pertains to just regular women, look at your guys' dating experiences. You're not getting locked down. You're getting out there on the dating highway and getting your shit split. Lord Jehovah, please forgive me for the cuss word. That's what's happening to you. You're not doing okay. You guys are not okay out there on that dating highway. You're getting obliterated. Your vajayjays are getting swollen, beat up, bruised, battered on a regular basis. Who do you think wants that after it looks like you've let Mike Tyson use your vahoo-hoo as a speed bag? I agree. Ken said women have become very delusional and out of God's order. That's what we're seeing right now. And ladies, I'm going to tell you something. Your only way out is to listen to men. Go back to the ordinance that God set in front of you. You got to start listening to men. Unless you believe that anything that I've said up here sounds crazy or does not meet the bar of logic, that alone lets you know that you should. Imagine, those of you ladies, imagine if you were in relationships with men who imagine you were in relationships with men who have conversations like the one you're hearing us have up here today. Imagine. There's several things that you've done in life that got you jammed up that you wouldn't have done because you had somebody. Appeal not accepted. You almost said something disrespectful. You can't say vagina? I don't care. I don't mess with TikTok that much anyway. All right, people, this is that point in time. Ladies, if you have any questions, now is the time to come up. It could just be regular dating questions. You can have disagreements with my ideologies or my viewpoints. Those of you who have questions, come on up. If you have disagreements, what I'm telling you guys is you guys can't do what men can do. It's going to continue to affect you. If you continue to think that you can get out there, Meg the Stallion is in for a rude awakening. She's in for a rude awakening. Meg the Stallion is not about to get out there on the dating highway and do better than Klay Thompson. Who does she even have on her roster that's better than him? And listen, when I say better than him, I know some women are going to say, oh, what you talking about better? He cheated. That man told her he's such a good man that, in fact, it's rumored that before he cheated, he said, I don't know if I can be faithful, if I can be monogamous. That is a good man. As long as a man tells the truth, his honor is intact. What more do you guys want from men? Have you ladies ever sat back and thought about what all you ask of men? This man is a multi-millionaire in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Handsome to most women. A good guy. What all do you want? This is what we're telling you. You guys keep asking for so much to where when you don't get it, you feel as though you've been let down and you get disappointed. When the truth is, you shouldn't have been asking for that much from the beginning. Your goal should be to find a suitable life partner. It should be to find a suitable life partner and you guys make the later years of each other's lives better. But see, when you're caught all up in the glam and the glitz of it, you can be deluded to believe that, oh, I could do better than him. No, you can't. You hadn't done better than him up until the point of getting him. You were in scandals of trying to figure out who popped you in the leg and in the toe and things like that. You were in scandals. You were slithering around with other women like Cardi B. We know you've been carpet munching, allegedly. Your life is in topsy-turvy and you don't know it. But you will have the time to reflect. You know who I would like to interview? I would like to interview, I've been saying this, I would like to interview Adina Howard. Adina Howard was living the high life, I believe. And I'd like to know, as she reflects back on that, all of that now, what she thinks about it now. Because I'm certain that she would say, everything that it seemed like it was back then, as you get older, you find out it's not. You find out it's not. Yes. Listen, he's a cheater, Prince. His exes came out and said it. So what? He said it. He said, I don't think I could be monogamous. So where's the disgrace in that? I find honor in that. You guys say you want us to tell the truth. You say you want us to communicate with you. But then when we do, you find fault in that. Right? It's like there's no winning when it comes to a woman. There's no winning. All of the lies that you guys tell of the things that you want us to do, when we do them, it results in worse catastrophe. That's crazy. My bro said they did a behind the music on Adina Howard, and she said pretty much that. I've been saying I looked up her booking information. I do want to interview her. Karen Steffens, Superhead, she doesn't even have enough sense to regret all that she's been through. But when I first found out about Karen Steffens, I started researching. I knew she had been touched as a child. I knew it. You couldn't be the way that a woman, you couldn't be as broken as a woman like her is without having been touched. And here's my question to you guys. Okay, Klay Thompson was a cheater. Yep. 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 Look. Adina Howard is recently divorced, claimed her ex couldn't keep up with libido. She's had so much sex to where it's the most important thing to her in a relationship. When the most important thing, because when I looked her up and I was looking up her booking information, God bless her, she's gotten older. She doesn't look like Adina Howard. Of course, that's natural, right? But you can't afford to be divorcing somebody. You need a life partner. Yeah, Adina Howard was that deal back then. She had one album that was nuts. That's all. You hear what my brother said? When will you guys understand this? Bro exercises his options. He has those options. And listen. Here's how you know there's an imbalance between the leverage. Klay Thompson can mess around and cheat. And if he loses Megan Thee Stallion, not give a damn. There's a high likelihood that the girl that Klay Thomas cheated on Megan Thee Stallion with looked better than Megan Thee Stallion. She's probably younger than Megan Thee Stallion. Right? I hate to say this, ladies. I'm going to say it, though. Let's go. Turbulence, people. This is going to be bad. Turbulence, people. For those of you not familiar with the show, when you hear that, I'm probably about to ruffle some feathers. You can be replaced. Men can't. You can actually be replaced effortlessly. It doesn't even take a lot. There are some women who are younger than you who have been hoping that our relationship ends sometime soon so they can replace you. There's 3 million more women than there are men. You can be replaced. We can't be replaced. There's more good women out there for relationships than there are good men. There's a smaller number of men. There's a smaller number of men out there. Dove, you have mental issues and you need to get that checked out. You really, really, at this age that you're at right now, if you deal with it now, you can address it before it becomes a permanent fixture in you. I didn't say that to make it mean. There are so many of you, you can be replaced easily, 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 easily. And I'm talking about with good women. We have a smorgasbord of women we can pick from. And I'm talking about marriage material. You guys don't even have a smorgasbord of men you can select from to be your sneaky links. Even your sneaky links are going back home to somebody that they love and are willing to protect. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that to let you know you guys do not have the leverage to be ending these relationships, even if that man got caught cheating a couple of times. You stay with that man. Now, if he's a cheater and he won't stop cheating, that's when you get rid of him. But you don't leave a man for cheating. Because typically when you guys leave men, you don't end up with a better man. JB, I sent you a request to come up. He says, how do I join the show? What's going on? Permanently block. Let me see where's that so I can block that account. And here I go. Mm-mm-mm-mm. There she is.
Oh my God, I look a mess tonight.
You good, baby. You know you good. Tell me how you feeling. Listen, listen. I got a question for you.
What is going on? Okay, people. It's just some basic listening skills. Like my grandmother told me when I came home from college, she said, listen, why are you sitting here booing on my porch? What's wrong? She said, you're booing over this man. She said, be glad he told you.
She said, Granny said, be glad the ninja told you he was cheating.
I said, no, boy. Huh? She said, why cry? You know, but I said, well, you know, he doesn't want to be. He wants a divorce. He wants to. She said, honey, he doesn't want to be married anymore. She said, honey, be glad he told you. When she said that, she said, why do you want to be with somebody who don't want to be with you? When she said that, oh, it was a wrap. It's done. I'm done. It
it's like they saw things. It's like they saw things at a different level than today's women. They saw things without letting that voice come in and whisper delusion into their ears. That's listen, even grannies back then, you could even listen to grannies and get what young boys could get wealths of wisdom from grannies, because grannies weren't polluted by all of the social media. Grannies weren't polluted by all of the men jumping in their DMs and things like that. They had better information than the women today, and the women today, they don't understand that the way that they are moving is painting them in a corner so that the later years of their life will be spent alone.
I mean, I don't, I just, you know, be glad he told her that he was just saying, hey,
Yeah.
don't think I can do this. Yes, if you want to cook for me, perfectly fine. All the cooking, all the exotic meals, all these things are fine. That's okay if that is what it is that you want to do. But when he doesn't reciprocate or feels the same way about you that you feel about him, then accept the fact he told you. I cannot. This is fine. This is amazing. I'm really enjoying all this exotic food, all this exotic cooking, and cooking for his dad, cooking for his family. Now, I didn't know that these things were going on. My friend was telling me that she was cooking. He said he was looking. He said, "Wow, she can cook." Now, I don't know that these are things that she was doing all of these things to try to, I guess, solidify her position or whatever reason that she felt that she needed to do it. Maybe she liked to cook. It's okay. Those things are okay. It's okay. However, when a person says, "I want to see other people,"
Listen,
and so you can't go. You should go to the internet and
I agree. And see, listen, that's the issue that I have. If this man said, I don't know if I can be monogamous, then how is he getting trashed all over the internet?
Well, and I was going to say further that when he said that, if, you should have said, okay, I understand what you're saying. We're going to agree to part ways.
Right.
All of these things that are going on, she should come on the internet and say, hey, listen, we have to, you don't be bashing him like, don't, guys.
I agree 1,000%. Hold on. I want to touch on that real quick. Give me a second. Listen, I want you guys to hear what this woman just said. This woman just said that if Meg Thee Stallion was really a decent woman, then she would come online and say, listen, guys, I know you guys are trashing him and things like this, but he did tell me that he struggled with monogamy. Now, she should not be letting people trash that man's reputation if she knows that he was honest with her.
Absolutely. That's all I'm saying. She should come on and say, hey, like, I'm just saying, I don't know if you are a basketball fan or whatever I am. So when Dawn Stanley and Gina Ariana had some words, she said, listen, move on. Right after it happened, she said, move on.
Right.
They wanted to drag it, they wanted to turn it into something that it wasn't.
Right.
And then after they lost to UCLA, and then she had to make a statement saying, listen, let's turn the page. So this young lady, the young lady, she needs to come on and say, hey, listen,
I agree. I agree.
turn the page.
I agree.
Turn the page.
Hey, listen, I'm going to go ahead and I appreciate you coming up. I want to touch on some of the things that you said. Love you, sweetie.
Okay. Bye for now. Okay.
Listen, I want to touch on what she just said. Why would you sit there and let people bash him when you know that he kept it real with you? See, that's what I'm saying. You guys lie. You say you want us to keep it real with you. No, you don't. No, you don't. You'll use it against us. He'll use it against us. Hey, shout out to my brother Ether. You heard what he said. Free Tory Lanez up in this situation. Oh, don't tell me this, people. Oh, listen, listen? Lee over here setting it off, saving the show. I appreciate it. That humming was probably going on for quite some time. It's all good. It was only a short portion of the show. She messed with Tori behind her friend's back. I think I do recall that. I think I do recall that. It's really crazy how people are trying to paint Meg the Stallion out to be the prize. That's nuts. If you want to know who the prize is, ask yourself, can Klay Thompson get more and even better Megan the Stallions? Okay, now flip that and ask yourself, can Megan the Stallion get more and better than a Klay Thompson? No. Where's he at? He hasn't been discovered. I'm just saying, ladies, I'm not saying it to rub it in your face. I'm telling you to know what cards to play. You guys are letting your egos. If a man cheats between 3 and 5 times, you don't leave that man. Over a course of a 15-year marriage, you don't leave that man. You ask yourself, does he make you happy when you're around him? You ask yourself, do you enjoy just looking over at them, at that man and saying, that's my man? Do you believe that this man's finances is together? Do you believe this man is going to see you through across the finish line of this thing called life? And if all of those answers are yes, why would you leave a man for cheating? Look, Matt said he didn't fumble, he punted. That's what I'm telling you. 4-time NBA champion. You nuts? But here's what no one really wants to talk about. Here's what no one really wants to talk about. No one wants to talk about the fact that sometimes women will end a relationship. They'll use cheating as the reason to end the relationship, but they really wanted to end the relationship because them streets been calling. Them streets been calling. Bang, bang, bang. That's why you weren't supposed to have so much sex. Benny Bands, you better not tell me this again. Benny Bands said women are saying they're going to cheat on their men for Megan. And see, I believe everything that's being said right now. I believe that because they were really only looking for an excuse to get out there and cheat. You've been cheating. There's a guy at work, you've been gurgling his balls like Listerine the whole time you're on your shift and come home. Hey, babe. Whole while got pubic hair stuck in your throat. You think we're crazy? No, you're crazy. Men aren't slow. We have high IQ when it comes to instincts and reflexes. We're not crazy. Why do you think a lot of women are getting treated like they are today? It's because men use the bar of logic to assess where a woman's value is. And then once we determine her value is here or there, that's how we treat them. My girl Cassie been rocking with me for some years. Look, Lee said Klay is the best that Megan will get. But see, unfortunately, they don't look at it like that. They look at it like this. I'm hot right now. They don't understand how fast 5 years flies by. They don't understand it. And now there's a wrinkle right here and a crack right there, crack right there around the nose area. There's nothing a little bit of Maybelline won't take care of. But when this is a new area that you now have to apply Maybelline on, that creates one more area that looks like too much makeup. And that's what you guys doing. You guys are essentially using makeup to shave 10 and 15 years off of you. And it doesn't work. It literally looks like that's what you're doing. This thing is crazy. Am I the only one on Instagram when people try to come up when you pressed accept, it won't let them? Where's Ricky at down there? If I could find him, I could. Hey, Ricky, say something, bro, and then I can pull you up like that. Let me see your profile. I can pull you up. It's crazy. Every day. Where my brother Lovelace at? I already know. I already know. Listen, you know they is just looking for excuses to cheat. Looking for an excuse. I can't accept anybody. This is crazy. It's like this every time with Instagram. You got to know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em. Stacy, can you speak on how detrimental OnlyFans has been on the dating scene? OnlyFans was like the nail in the coffin. It removed, like, it had already, so internet had already stripped a lot of people of the fiber in which they were raised with their upraising, the morals and the character, things like that. OnlyFans gave a lot of these young girls something immoral to anticipate and look to. Like, you see the one girl, she couldn't wait till she turned 18, right? So when you have do you be surprised how many girls, a lot of things that we later do, it starts as a thought in our head. Once we start pondering these thoughts repetitiously, it can almost become who we are. And that's what a lot of these girls are doing. In the process of anticipating that you're going to be on OnlyFans when you turn 18, you have to start turning yourself into a certain caliber of woman who's even willing to go through with it, right? But what you won't notice is you'll turn into that woman. Just, it won't be a good thing, but you will have turned into her. You won't be the same person that you used to be. You won't be marriage material anymore because you have to lie to yourself over and over and over just to justify this thing that you're contemplating doing. Yeah. I can't bring people up here. This is nuts. I'm going to have to get on Grok and ask it why it's like that for me every time. The Real Stacy Prince is the podcast. Those of you who have not rocked with our show on YouTube, that is the core of our show. All of the clips that you guys like that we drop on Instagram, those clips come from full 3 and 5 hour shows on YouTube. Come on over to YouTube and our chat is the dopest chat online. Right now we're on 3 platforms: Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. When you guys rock in, you guys come over here and be a part of the YouTube family. The Real Stacy Prince. You said, I could never take a OnlyFans girl seriously. She's for the streets, like Future said. Yeah. You guys start doing certain things and it becomes who you are. You have to morph into a different type of person just to do some of these things that you're doing. Because a normal, innocent child out of the womb, they don't have the characteristics to do that stuff. Evil has to be taught to a child. Evil has to be taught to a child. And so when you do turn into the type of person who can do those things, you've taken on a persona of evil. And even further, started lying to yourself, implementing the grand scale of delusion to justify it and make you seem like you're not such a bad person. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Shout out to Preem over here, hitting us off with the $5 cash app, my brother. The International Quiet Storm definitely in the building. Pull out the 21 gun salute for my day one. A woman loves to place other people's trauma upon themselves, and they wonder why they are broken beyond repair. And I'm going to say something. They are, listen, no one wants to admit this. A lot of this stuff that we're talking about, these women are broken beyond repair. It's beyond repair. And that's what we're seeing. Listen, you have men like myself, the late, great Kevin Samuels, and other figures who have been on these podcasts for 4 and more years. These women don't get it because they're broken. They're literally broken human beings. And that's why you guys won't ever see them heal. Because in order to heal, you have to take in new information. Soon as I get off tonight's show, you'll have all of the other reaction clips. Period. Probably in the next video. Shout out to the International Quiet Storm over here supporting the show via International. Right? My brother. You already know what it is, family.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
We really think, we sometimes we sit back and we like, are they not seeing what they're doing to themselves? Are they not seeing what the repercussions are? You guys are ending up alone in life. You could talk tough as you want to, but even men, I myself, I'm 6'3", 240, right? I don't desire to be by myself. Are you crazy? Stop with the shenanigans. What you don't want to acknowledge, you don't want to say my value is so low that I can't get a quality caliber man to see me through to the end of life. But you also don't want to change and become something that is quality enough for a quality man to lock down. That's the issue. It's not that most of you don't want to lose weight. You don't want to do what it takes to lose the weight. That's what it's about. What? They saying Klay is the best. They're saying Meg is the best. What? Shout out to my brother, the International Quiet Storm, dropping the quarter on us in the cash app. My brother said, pushing a little bit more your way. Why? Just because. 21 gun salute, my brother. Hey, listen, every time I think about Quiet Storm, I think about when we were more shabby than this, when we didn't have this microphone, when we didn't have these lights, when we had the fuzzy camera. That brother was here at, what do they call it? The inception, right? And shout out to Theo Coop of the Do Better podcast. He's not over here, but listen, you guys listen, I'm telling you, brother really got his show puts me in a mood. It's almost like, your first cup of coffee in the morning, because he's up, I think it's 10 o'clock Eastern. Theo Coop, the Do Better podcast. Listen, go subscribe to his show. That's a good brother, man, for real. Dude's a real solid brother, and he keeps his show to a point to where if you drive into work or whatever, it's something good to listen to, right? See your brother passing you on to some good elements, right? Listen, somebody down there said, I want to change. You want me to tell you guys the best thing ever for you? Get a man and do what the hell he says do. We don't even know what more to tell you. It's clear that our information is better than yours in most cases. That doesn't mean that women don't add anything significant. Women are amazing. We don't even have to go down the list of all of the things that they make our lives better. But the fact that men are willing to admit that we don't want to live in a world without women, the fact that men are willing to admit the benefits that women bring to our lives, the fact that men are willing to lose their lives for women speaks volumes about us versus you. You guys tried to show us where we ain't shit. You guys try to compete with us. We don't do that with you guys, which means we are more equipped to be in the role of leadership than you are. We're more compassionate than you. We love more genuinely than you do. You guys love with stipulations. Most of you love with stipulations. If I cheat, you'll leave me, right? I'm sitting here done pledged before God Almighty that I will give up the only life that I have on earth for you. You guys don't do this dating thing correctly. The dating thing is supposed to have one big picture, the picture of you securing a life partner who's going to see you through to the end of life. You guys get rid of a life partner. There's women who have come up here and said the man that they've been with for 25 years, if she caught him cheating, she would leave. That just goes to show how messed up a woman's mind can be. Listen, I want ladies down there in the chats, if you are married to a good man who really is a good man, and you found out that he cheated, up on investigation, he's cheated 3 times in 25 years. Is that relationship over? Give me a thumbs up if you would leave that man. Give me a thumbs down if you wouldn't. Even if it was for 10 or 15 years, would you leave a man who has cheated 3 times in 15 years? Give me a thumbs up if you would. Give me a thumbs down if you wouldn't. I want to know. Hey, who said that? Who said that? Hey, Lee said, if you think you're lonely now. Hey. Lee said, I found out about you through Theo Coop. Shout out to my brother Theo. Hey, Quiet Storm said, man, I remember the building it while we fly it. Those were the foundational days. You already know. Roof down there acting up. Look, there's one woman who said she would leave a man of 25 years if she found out he cheated. We want you ladies to know that thinking is why you guys are in the situations you're in right now. You're not winning. These people don't even know when they losing. That's crazy. I agree. Lee been down here snapping. Lee said, men love unconditionally, women love with conditions. Now that's proven. You guys won't even date certain types of men. We take women who are fresh out of a diner, the woman who poured our coffee at the diner. I gotta fix this, people. This is irritating me. Why does this be happening to me? If you think you're lonely now. Wait until you're 60. Y'all know y'all gonna make y'all's brothers start clowning you and mess around, and we'll have a remix to that song next week. If you think you're lonely now, wait until you're 50. Turbulence, people. Look, there's women down there now like, I just turned 52. Cleveland's come by every so often, so I reckon I'm okay. Shout out to Preem over here dropping bombs on the Cash App. I appreciate the love, my brother, keeping us going. Theo, he do reactions to he does reactions to things like this. Like, matter of fact, Theo probably got a good reaction to this. It's called Theo Coop, the Do Better podcast. Just a cool dude, just a cool vibe, to be honest. Hey, you hear what Yusuf said? If you leave that man, back to the streets with you. Where do you think you're going after you leave a relationship? You're going right back to where you found that man. Them streets. Hottest show online, people. ZF said, I remember you ain't even have a backdrop, nigga. If you think you're lonely now, wait until you're 50.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Huh?
Dead man! Dead man walking!
This is why I love this show. Yep, I agree. The female does things for clout. You guys sabotage relationships. Never mind, I'm not even getting into that. Hey, Elijah down here snapping. Check this out. Now we're going to go biblical. Elijah said, good luck being single during your last days, ma'am. I believe if God could give them a glimpse of what the definition of their last days were, like the last 5 years before either they pass or the last 5-10 years before America starts getting really, really tough to be in, these women would be running to men, right? Listen, the scripture says this, and in that day, 7 women shall cling to one man. They will have their own things, saying, we have our own things, only let us come unto you that are reproached. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to see how tough it's going to be. And you're going to run. A lot of you talking about you won't put up with no cheating ass nigga right now. You're going to be number 5 on the wife list, fool. ¿Qué pasó? Look, my bro said, I remember the multi-seat setup. The multi-seat setup. That was the setup to have group discussions with no backdrop. 4K cords needed, the OG cameras. We have come a long way. Subscriber number 4 up in the dough. Hey, Mr. J said, hell, wait until you're 40.
Dead man! Dead man walking!
Look, my guy said he did a reaction to Klay Thompson this morning. See what I'm saying? But look, Fly High come in here want to start her trouble. Fly High said it's about the lies. Fly High don't even know that we've already acknowledged the man told the truth up front and said, I don't know if I can be monogamous. Mother. That's for all of the big girls in the city. We love you too. Right. Sometimes we would rather be alone than be with a liar. I told you, Fly High just comes in here talking. She doesn't even know what she's talking about. That man told that woman that he didn't think he could be monogamous. The hell are you talking about? And no, you wouldn't rather be alone instead of be with a liar, because the men who get you guys pregnant are the worst of the worst, and you're getting your backs blown out by professional liars. So stop the shenanigans. Backshot City. Talk that talk. My brother always say water seeks its own level. Look, Jay Wash said some of them run into ninjas right now. We know there's more and more and more and more talk of sister wives on social media. It's primarily going to be for the women who couldn't pull it off, who didn't know how. Somebody got some strong. This joker smoking cement mix. Jeez. Yep. Women have female friends who will purposely sabotage their relationships as well. I agree. Look, Yusuf said, welcome to somebody's roster. Yep. Look, you heard what Todd said, and Klay's lineup is still intact. Cheerleaders on deck. That's sticky. Icky. I don't know what this joke outside this door smoking, but it should be illegal. All right, people, we got to get up out of here. I got to load up tomorrow's clips. Listen, I promise you, you guys are about to see our content bombarding the whole internet. I told you all we ever needed was to bring on another teammate, right? You guys are about to start all of the favorite shows that you guys have seen. And listen, those of you who are on Instagram, you don't get to see our favorite shows because they're over here. You see our clips, but the shows are over here on YouTube. Listen, all of the best moments from our favorite shows, they're about to be obliterated. We have close to 1,000 shows that have never been clipped, and we're about to obliterate the internet with it because I said so up in this mother.
Dead man walking.
Right? Hey, Lee a psychopath. Lee said Meg thought what she put in that spaghetti was going to be enough to keep Klay. What about Dwight Howard?
Bang, 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 bang. Daddy, bang.
They say that boy likes that. All right, people, we're about to get up out of here. I got to get these clips ready for tomorrow's show. Push everything out. Listen, I want to say this to everybody who's on the show right now. Seriously. Man, we've been through some ups and downs trying to get the channel where it needed to go, some experimenting and this and that. And we believe we found the pipeline. I appreciate everybody who supported the show. My brother Ether, my brother Lovelace, my brother AJ, my brother Biggs in this situation, Lena, right? And I could name three more. I appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Those of you who have never supported the show, it's a cool thing to do. It means you are a part of this movement that we have going on, right? And the things that we're going to do with this movement, you'll be a part of that too. But listen, it's over now. We've crossed the threshold of all of the learning curves. You're about to see all of our best content obliterate the internet. There won't be any running. You won't be able to get away from it. Those of you who know what I'm talking about. Those of you who are members of the show, you can see that long line of full 3 to 5 hour shows we've done. Close to 800 to 1,000 of them, right? And we're about to unleash those things on the internet. And I'm just glad that we've come to this place to where we have the mechanisms in place to push our content, to chop our content and push it all throughout the internet. We've been waiting. My brother Theo Coop, my brother Ben saying, he was like, listen, bro, you got one of the dopest channels, man, online. He said, chop the shorts up. He been saying this for like 2.5 years. But I was so busy shooting the show. That's why we have so many shows. When I would shoot a show, I would try to chop a couple of clips. But by the time next day, it's time to shoot again. Shoot again the next day. Sleep. Shoot again the next day. This is one of the only podcasts where we shoot every day, right? We don't anymore, but up until last week we have been. Now we are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Not Saturday, Saturday. CH. You've just been blacked. And we out of here. Shout out to my girl Ruth down in the booth rocking out with us. Hey man, this guy is a psychopath. Instagram, get over here on The Real Stacey Prince on YouTube. Subscribe and rock out with us. Party with us like we do every day. I appreciate you guys.
Never talk to me like that again. You hear me? Huh?
Say good night to the bad guy. Say good night to the bad guy. Bang, 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 bang.
She belongs to the streets.
Get over here.
My doctor has notified me that I'm morbidly obese.
What kind of stupid-ass question is that?
Next time you hear grown folks talking, shut the fuck up, yeah?
You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
Can't believe you say no fucking shit like that. Many have wondered why Satan was played by a woman in the Passion of the Christ.
Goodbye.
It's an evil world we live in.
Oh yeah, no, it's done. And how tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
How much do you weigh?
180.
Goodbye.